Hey, beautiful family. So, I just felt called to do a little share after last night's gathering. Um, I'm feeling really, really, really good today. Really balanced, really calm, which is kind of a contrast of how I've been feeling over the last couple of weeks. And it wasn't until last night that I kind of fully landed in what I have been processing and going through over the last few weeks. And I guess the best way I can describe it is that a kind of a new level of consciousness or a new level of energy has been coming in, and trying to kind of anchor into my physical body. Um, but of course, it has to move through the deeper patterns, I guess, that we hold in order to really anchor in. And so, I have my whole life, as far back as I can remember, I've had this really, really deep rooted kind of nervousness, anxiety, deep within my nervous system. Um, and as I've kind of progressed in my awareness, um, I've been more and more aware of kind of my physical body kind of like jittering and doing these things, and these feelings coming through me, and really just trying to allow myself to move deeper into those feelings, obviously so that I can release them. And so the last couple of weeks, I've really been guided, if you like, to when my body's firing off the energy that we would describe as fear, is to just really sit in that, really sit in it, um, and feel that energy completely. And so what's been happening is I've almost been finding like a comfortable place within that feeling, that my nervous system's firing off. Um, it's been really, really weird and interesting because I've been aware of this high vibrational energy in my field, but at the same time, I've been having like really weird thoughts, like paranoia. I mean, I'm not a paranoid person, but fear, paranoia, um, levels of distrust, and kind of feeling this energy in my field and my mind coming up with these thoughts like, what is this energy? Is this energy, you don't recognize this energy? Is this energy good energy? Is there something in your field? Like, I'm just catching myself and thinking, whoa, what's going on? And obviously, again, after last night's experience, just realizing that this energy that was coming in was just kind of like working its way through these patterns. And then, of course, I was experiencing them as they were being released or moving through my field. And I mean, I said last night couldn't have been more perfect. The timing, and the synchronicity for me personally of being part of the beautiful space, um, was just amazing. Because what unfolded really, was me being guided, consciously being guided to really anchor in like my cosmic consciousness, if you like, into my human being, was the experience I had. And there's no words really for what I experienced. But when I was really up at the top of my pillar, um, and I wasn't seeing everything, but I was getting flashes of the energy, and the guardians and the guides, and it was just so, so beautiful. While I was connected and up in that space, it was like I could remember, like my part of me somewhere remembered what that was. And that was really emotional. There was lots of like tears being shed while I was having that experience. And um, what Susanna Mara kind of did for me during that experience is like she guided me to anchor that in to my physical body. But when I anchored in, it was like my physical body came online, and I think that this is what was trying to it was kind of underway, and it was trying to anchor in, but because of the level of fear in my nervous system, it was like I had to allow myself to feel deeply in order for that to really anchor into my body. And so when it did anchor in, it was like all of my physical being just like lit up to a level of sensitivity that I have not experienced before. I think I said last night that I felt like I could almost feel every single cell in my body. I could feel um, certain organs like vibrating at a higher rate, independently from the rest of my being. And I just intuitively knew what was happening, and how this consciousness was just weaving in and through me. And it was quite bloody intense, you know, that the feeling of being so sensitive. And I think Suzanne mentioned this last night, you know, for example, when your hearing becomes so sensitive that it's like too much, you can hear too much. And that's kind of what it felt like. It was like my body came online and it was like it was too much. So again, I just went back to my breath, um, and just breathe my way through that. And oh my goodness, the energy was just so beautiful. I mean, like it was just absolutely stunning. And I could just feel it channeling through my whole being. And the breathwork session again, it was just so perfect. Like it was perfectly orchestrated, you know, divine timing. Um, because what happened during the breath work is I was able to allow this integration to happen and stabilize within my being. And and again, very intuitively, I was guiding the energy to the parts of my body where it wasn't quite anchoring in. And I was instructing different parts of my being to vibrate, and I could feel the cells vibrating independently as the energy weaved its way through. I was giving my cells permission to emanate, you know, this cosmic energy that was moving through me. And what it's really done is it's kind of the experience last night has really anchored it in for me. And as I said, I feel really amazing. I've obviously still got a little bit of integrating to do, but compared to how I've been feeling the past few weeks with this trying to come in, it's like I can feel that it's here now. It's anchored into me, and I'm just so super grateful. Um, to my sister Susanna Mara, you've helped me so much on my journey. You know, it was only a short 2 or 3 years ago that I was only beginning to really even comprehend like that there was such a thing as a cosmic consciousness. So it's been a pretty crazy ride. It's all happening and happened for me quite quickly, but at the same time, in a way that I've been able to somehow navigate it, you know, so not too much. Um, but it's a crazy journey of having to surrender, and surrender and let go and feel deeply and have the realization after realization and integration and rest and um yeah, it's just all crazy, isn't it? It's so fast, you know, everything's happening so fast now. What I would say, particularly if anyone's listening to this, it's kind of nearer the beginning of their journey, as I really know now, really deeply, within my being, that working with the the 12D pillar um, was something that I would recommend as a starting point to anyone and everyone if you're not doing it already. And so it's been about 12 months now, maybe a bit longer than that I've really actively, daily almost, sometimes twice a day, been really moving through that process of visualizing that pillar being built. The other thing that was a game changer for me was commanding my space. So really understanding that, I had to claim back my sovereignty, and my energy and my consciousness, and to not give permission any longer for anything that wasn't serving my highest purpose, to be in my pillar. And so I noticed straight away when I started commanding my space, I noticed straight away that a lot of the thought forms that had previously perhaps been coming in to my awareness just ceased. And again, of course, I then had that realization that a lot of the thought forms that run through us are coming from things that are in our fields that perhaps aren't serving our highest purpose. And then another huge thing that I feel personally, and again, probably just divine timing, um, was cancelling all agreements that I have ever made through all time, all space, with any being that operates outside of the sacred law of one. And I literally only, I've been doing that, but in a way that maybe I didn't have the real full inner standing or understanding of the depth of what that actually meant. And it was only around a week ago that kind of like I dropped into like a whole new level of awareness of what that actually meant, and really got to work and cancelling all those agreements. And I felt a massive shift as a result of that as well. So um, wherever you are and whatever point you're at on this amazing um, crazy journey of rediscovery and remembering of who and what you actually are. I send you so, so, so much love, so much gratitude. My heart is like, woo, bursting with joy. And we're really, really doing this. We're really, really doing this. And it feels amazing. So lots and lots of love. And if you've listened, thank you.